Bear with me, I'm experimenting with where to put this camera, so I'm not holding it in my hand. What is going on in Turkey? I read anytime I see an article that has anything to do with Turkey or Azerbaijan or that part of the world, I read it, pay attention to it. And so I've read several articles over the last week or so about Turkey. For example, one article says it's talking about how because of Turkey's financial or economic woes, their troubles, that they're kind of beholden to or at the mercy of or in the vice grip of China. I know part of China's policy is to invest in or buy up infrastructure in troubled nations, like nations that are in need of financial support or an injection of funds. China has, it's the Belt and Road Initiative, I think, or it's one of their policies. And so essentially they own a big chunk of the world or a bunch of countries that are financially strapped. And this article seemed to indicate that Turkey was one of those nations. And it's not really surprising to me. It wasn't on my radar. I know some other smaller countries in Latin America and in Africa, tiny countries, China will come in and buy them up, build infrastructure there and then own, the country will be indebted to China. And so China will have its way. So is that the case in Turkey? I mean, Turkey's a pretty significant country. And then another article I read recently is that Erdogan is reaching out to Turkic peoples in other nations. I guess had meetings recently with some Turks from some other country. I guess I don't know my geography very well in that part of the world, but the emphasis of the article was that, it was pan-Turkic, which sounds to me like pan-Turanism. Is Erdogan, I don't know, is he planning something? Does he have something up his sleeve? I need you guys, Armenians and Turks and Azeris, I'll read the comments on this video. Tell me what you think Erdogan is up to. And then there's elections coming up in 2023, which happens to be actually the 100-year birthday of the Republic of Turkey. So there are elections. And so this other article talked about there are two women who politicians who are, I guess, the front runners to oppose Erdogan, and that they have quite a groundswell, or one of them in particular has a groundswell of support. So what is the likelihood that Erdogan will be voted out? I know that when I went and visited Turkey last summer, two summers ago, so a year and a half ago, just a few weeks before I went to Istanbul, the opposition party, I don't know the names of the parties in Turkey, but the opposition party of Erdogan won the election for something like governor or mayor of Istanbul or whatever the top office that was up for election. Erdogan was pushing for his candidate and the opposing candidate won in Istanbul. So I do not follow the inner workings of the political structure and what's going on in Turkey. So I guess this video is more an ask for your input. Educate me. I don't have time to read up on all that, but Turkey is significant. I care a lot about Turkey. I want to go back to Armenia and spend a lot of time there, and I want to own a home in Armenia someday. I mean, I probably said this before on this channel, that the first day I was in Armenia, out of my mouth spontaneously, I said, if I could ever own a second home, I will I would like it to be in Armenia. Right now, I need to own a first home. But I would live in Armenia. I felt safe. I mean, again, I don't know about now with all that's just happened, but a year and a half, no, it was 2.5 years ago now that I was in Armenia. Was it 2.5 years ago now? Gosh. It was incredible. Just safe. Walking around at 2:00 in the morning, restaurants open. I mean, mothers with their 5-year-old daughters looking like they just got out of a ballet class at past midnight. It was incredible in Yerevan, downtown Yerevan. So I do want to visit Armenia again and even live there and spend, I don't know, 6 months out of the year in there. I seriously, it's just the most gorgeous place on earth. But so is Turkey, and I want to, and Turkey's a lot larger, and there's so much of Turkey that I want to visit because it's Armenia, right? Turkey is Armenia. A big chunk of Turkey is Armenia, and so I want to go visit all these historical places. But I want to visit all of Turkey. That's just, I hear about and see online just some of the most gorgeous vistas and geographic formations and just vistas, scenery and historic locations. So I care about Turkey. I care about the people of Turkey. The people of Turkey are incredible. All humans are incredible people. All cultures have incredible stories and history. And so I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in the world. I don't know what's going to happen in Turkey. I think Turkey's going to, same with China. I think Turkey and China, there's going to be upheaval, internal upheaval that will correct the wrongs that have been happening. I do believe that. As crazy and awful as 2020 has been, sometimes there's a storm, or put it this way, when healing happens, there's a lot of pain involved, like cleaning out the wound and sometimes having to do surgery and remove foreign objects. So when healing happens, it's often preceded by a lot of pain, a lot of apparent turmoil. And I have a worldview where I think, as bad as things look at times, there's a lot of good happening. Like truth right now is being exposed, right? And because of the speed of information technology, the advancements, there's a lot of lying going on right now. But the problem is the problem for the liars is there's also truth coming out right now. And so the truth can't be hidden forever. It was easier to hide the truth in the past when there were fewer sources of information. Like the propagandists could just, if they had a monopoly on the press, then they would be more successful. But there are no more monopolies in information. Like there are, those global corporations, global technology companies that have been suppressing information and canceling and banning people, but that technology itself doesn't belong to one company, right? All the things that Google does, sure, they might own some of their proprietary algorithms, but tech is wide open, right? There is open source technology, algorithms, programming. Anybody can build a Google, right? And there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of people doing the right thing with technology. It's a matter of finding it or getting access to it. And, what I'm saying is the truth cannot be suppressed. And because of the advancements in technology, more and more people can learn the truth much more quickly. And that's why I am an optimist. I look at what's going on in the world and see, yes, people use technology for evil, but technology itself is not evil. And so good prevails when the truth. I know there's a lot of naysayers, a lot of people disagree with me, and even my mom and I. Let's just say this here at the end of this video. Mom, I love you, and I love that you comment on the videos, and I love that, for all of you, I don't agree with everything my mom says, but I'm glad she comments. So I'm not a pessimist. I don't think this vaccine is implanting technology and the mark of the beast, and that I just, sorry, it's just not. But people like to look at the world and the awful things happening in the world and project toward the future pessimistically, let's say. I am optimistic. It doesn't mean that I will see these good things come to pass in my lifetime. Maybe I will. I have a feeling that I will see, but I could die tomorrow. I mean, I'm not getting younger, and I could actually contract COVID and die from it. I'm babbling, but the main thing about this video is Turkey. Tell me, Ozgur, some of the other detractors, who was one, Snowden, I don't know if how many of these people keep watching and stay with this channel, but tell me what your take on what's going is Erdogan going to be unseated by one of these women running against him, or is he going to overthrow the cancel elections? I mean, I don't know. It doesn't even you Armenians or Christians or anybody has any idea. Comment and I'll read them, and I'll and then maybe tomorrow or in the next video or next couple of videos I'll report back on what you guys are saying and give my opinion. All right, that's enough. Boy, this turned out longer than I thought it was going to be.